Sham Mesech the Meister of Tazayin and all the initial get the Basabam Misham Mesidov, Gesham Mitzvah. Min Basachai, so the Yerushalmי. The Mishnah discusses here on Truma. If Truma is Kveya L'Maisa or not, the Mishnah says the B'chleik is a Blazer and the Chachamim. The Blazer says that Peirish Shaloi Nigmer Malachton and Yemafish Truma. Look at Blazer that it's Osa. Osa means Sinala Yida Achira Sarai. It is Kveya, even though Shaloi Nigmer Malachton. Chacham Matirim, Chacham say that no, because Lo Nigmer Malachton, the Truma is not Keveya, even though Truma is Keveya normally, but it's not Keveya when it's not Nigmer Malachton, as they hold in the Chachamim. The other says it is. Chutz Mika Kolas Hateinim. Kolas Hateinim is a basket full of Teinim. What's it in there? Why is there not a Machlekes over there? The same Machlekes, if it's Nigmer, it should be the same Machlekes. Zog the Mishnah, Kakos Hateinim Shutoma. You put it in already into the basket. Ebshim Mate. The Chachamim Moisim. Don't come again the Chachamim. The Chachamim don't say it's Mutter, they say it's also. Of course, in Akakola. But the Mishnah is showing is Pshat. The Mitzasi Vishum Machabe, Vishum Mafay, what's the Nafkamina Kolish Hateinim? Learn to have Pshat that Kakos Hateinim is something which is Nikva Idei Odom. The Kviyas Idei Odom, it puts it into Kakola. And that's the end of the processing of this of these payers, because the end of the processing of the payers, looked at them the Chachamim Oisim, that it's us, even though you hold by payers Nigmer Malachton, it's like a mutter. Over here, when you put it into Teinim, it's as if the mention line you come in and zok that does the end. That's his kaveh with this. So Chachamim say, if a person does it, everything is totally in the person. The machshava of the person, the mice of the person, that's kaveh for mices, and that's the pshat in the 6 things has to be a kriyas adam. And who adin that the shayla in the Gemara in Pesachim daf kufay that in Pesachim lo yitzrichase, you don't have to be oiked the shulchan to make it for kriyas for Shabbos. The Suda Shabbos happens by itself. Lo yitzrichase. Why? Because the Shabbos is kibay. Ma'ashen can't learn like the shit is chachamim. The chachamim say that the teina, the kakolas teina is kibay. Daf ma'isi b'daim. Punkte by Shabbos do adin for kiyas hashulchan. Without the kiyas hashulchan vetnish Suda Shabbos. As who adin hochinami, with the kakolas teina, which a person is preparing it and making it say that this is the end, this is the finished product. He's putting it into the basket. So once he puts it into the basket, he's showing he doesn't want to now be any disha. He doesn't want to make any shina. He doesn't want to press it. He doesn't want anything else. This is the finish. He's packaging it up, selling it out, and that's the kaviyas. That's the Yerushalmי learns up this particular Mishnah, and he says nobody else looks pshat in the Mishnah. The Santazach. That Mishnah is looking pshat. But upon him is Geshmak Pshat, and the Chachamim say that it's also because it's Toy Aidei Ma'aseh Odom. Then the Gemara says, Manon Kayomim, Im B'Kakola Shel Teinim Div'Akol also. If it was a Kakola Shel Teinim, what is in this Kakola? What goes into this bath? Teinim, figs, is Div'Akol it's also. Because that's kevei l'maisa. The kakol is kevei l'maisa dei odom. As they halt the chachamim. In bezeisim, however, what's going to be zeisim ala shemen? He's taking off the maisa from the zeisim. He wants to pater the shemen. Anov malayayin. Same thing with the grapes on the wine. The vakol mutter. There we say that it's mutter. Why? Because this is mina shein and mina. This is zeisim. This is shemen. This is anov. But this doesn't work even according to the chachamim. Elokianon kayomim. Tomorrow, when is the shaila in the Mishnah? But tomorrow by dates. Who also the dorson or begorgers, or you're talking by raisins. Who also the doishtam? He's pressing it out. So there we have now the machlokes in the Mishnah is talking, and this is a kimta. By this foul, what's the foul over here? Truma tevelas. It becomes truma. The payre shaloi nigmer lachton. What does it mean shaloi nigmer lachton? Meaning shleining menachta means you have to be careful. What we're talking about shleining menachta here means that he doesn't want to press it. He wants to press it, and it's not yet pressed out. either by the dates or by the raisins. It's not pressed, so it's not shaloi nigma malachta. And he holds it. Blazer says the truma. It becomes truma means it's very. If you mafish the truma, it becomes tevel with afroshas truma. It goes into the shisha dvorim, which truma is teveles. But only in this type of a case, where it's not something which is like zaysim al shemen and a novin al yayin, there it doesn't help. But in this particular instance, because it's not 100% loy nigma menachton, it's only such a middle stage. Here, what the Gemara says, here's where you have the machlokes. What's the machlokes? The Rabbanan Amrin ain't truma tevelas beperish loy nigma menachton, and the Blazer says truma tevelas beperish loy nigma menachton. Sure. Okay, that's the Gemara. This yes. It's fake the Gemara weiter. Till now we're talking about what? The Shisha Dvom V'Shtei Dot in the Mishnah weiter. We'll learn, and we learn it till now. One of the 6 things is Truma. So the Gemara is clearing here what kind of Truma we're talking about. If you Kai Dei Odom, Nai Dei Odom, some Machshava, Nish Machshava. This is the Shmuz bis yes. Jetzt klärt the Gemara, was tut sich mit Meiser Rishon. We're talking about till now. We're talking Truma Gedoyla. The first thing you take off is the Truma Gedoyla. 1 of 40, 1 of 60. So on and so forth. It's a small amount, right? Now, what happens now? Rishon. It's taking off Ma'aser Rishon. Will Ma'aser Rishon have the same ability to make the prayers, even though it's like Nigma Malachtam, but he's chopping an eye, so to speak, he's jumping the gun, he's taking off the Ma'aser Rishon. Do we say, Sheyitvel, the prayers become now terrible? Does it go into the Gzei of the Chachamim that we say that what's Kaveh, not that he's Me'abayis, one of the things is also Truma. Okay, what about Ma'aser Rishon? Doesn't say in the Mishnah, but the Gemara's claim, what will be by Ma'aser Rishon? Is it also Tvei? Ma'hu Sheyitvu. Now, interesting, the Gemara, this we saw last week, the Gemara uses the word not Kaveya, the word uses the word Sheyitvu. Say Sheyitvu, when you take off the Truma, taking off the Truma, so it becomes Tevel. What means it becomes Tevel? It means without the Afrosha, it's Kviz Ben Abayis, it's as if it's Kaveya the Bayis. And without taking off that frosha from Achilas Hara, you have to be mafresh. You're not mafresh. It's tevel. You're even this tevel. So the Chacham gave it a different tevel. Rishon ma'u sheyitvel. Is the Ma'aser Rishon also like truma or not? And the Gemara doesn't say where the Mishnah Shetach Ma'aser Shetach not tevel. Shetach truma doesn't say Ma'aser Rishon. Where's the Gemara getting the idea that Ma'aser Rishon should also be make it into tevel? And what's going on here with the Truma? Ma'aser Rishon means you didn't take off. If you took off the Truma, it's automatically Tevel because that's the Truma. So, because the Gemara is going to Ma'aser Rishon, it's automatically an assumption that you know that Ma'aser Rishon, that the Truma wasn't taken yet. So if you didn't take the Ma'aser Rishon, so you magdim the Ma'aser Rishon before the Ma'aser Sheni. So Mana Kayom afraid the Gemara. In Bekrishin is matter. If you tell me it was already in a Kri after the Meruach, it's the V'Hakol also. Everybody holds that it's also. What does it mean that it's also? Look at the Moshe. Mana Kayom L'Habai. What's the Habai? In Bekrishin is matter. If it's talking after Meruach, the V'Hakol also Kloima. B'Zeh Pshitalon. To the Achashin is Marach Hakri. It's the end of Nigma Malachta. It's Meruach. Nigma Malachta the Ma'aser. It's Nigma Malachta the Ma'aser. And maybe it automatically becomes Tevel. Because the time if you don't take off the Frosha, Atvua Mishim Morech, Vitzarch La'avshela Kol HaMa'aser. Not only the Truma, you have to take off the Ma'aser Rishon also. So if you didn't take off the Ma'aser Rishon, L'Shayach L'Miboye, in Ma'aser Rishon Kaveyahu, L'Shah Ma'asers. You can't ask this question if it's Kaveh, I'm a Tonish Nemen, yes, Tonish Essen, unless you take off the Shah Ma'asers, because also eat it, even though it's only an Achilas Arai, but you're not allowed to eat it because you took it to Ma'aser Rishon. Why? Because Zichad it's also. Because after Meruach, you have to give Ma'aser. So what's an Afkamin now? Achilas Kvar, not Achilas Kvar, Riz Pei, it's from Nigma Malachta, it's Nigma Malachta. The Chayre is Divya Shigdim Mishibola, yes, Daf Zayin Vos, it's Daf Zayin also. Why should it be also, Rabbi said?
I don't understand. What is only Isulah? What is it also? This makes you should look together.
So one second. A minute. Noch einmal the Pnei Moshe. What's the Pnei Moshe? We're talking about Meruach. So it's Nigma Malachta L'Maisa, right? Because it's not Peri Kama. Hatua Mishim Morech is Nigma L'Maisa. Dafel Chanem L'Maisa. V'tzorch L'Hafish Kol HaMaisas. V'lo Shayach L'Miboye in Ma'aser Rishon Kaveyu L'Shah Ma'asers. Why? Because once there's Meruach, it's Nigma Malachta. Avada, you have to. If you don't take off the other Ma'aser, it's a Chestevel. So what is also the shaila is once you do the truma, shetach in the gemara, it's kveya lemaisa. Even though it's not nigma malachta, but if you do truma, or sekim Shabbos, or sekim tamekach, right? All these 6 things, it's kveya, and you're not eat achilas sarai because it's nikva. So he's saying if it's after meruach, abada you're not eat it. So on the din fin chachamim, it's an issue that I say. Once it comes to I know it's a meises, it's on the shessen unless you take off the meises. What's happening though? What is this? So the Gemara can't be talking in a case after meruach. The bakal is also. Talking what? Before the meruah says now you want to know if you do a froshes meiser rishon which you were magdamid before its time is when not the meruah and etach magdim gewesen in the shibboleth still in the stalks and that's not the time of the meiser rishon. Does it have a koyah to say that it should be also to eat it chilasarek? That's not kaveya for was. Sagt the Pnei Moshe, im b'meiser rishon shegdim b'shibboleth, you magdim it koydem she'osen b'kri before the kri, still when it was still in the stalks. Is that if I call the mutter lechem hemara koydem she'afer shamar? Is it going to be mutter to eat it before you take off the other meisers? Why? Then he the meiser bevad poter mit truma gedoyle. Ein noch enami meisers poter mit truma gedoyle. Because meaning peg zayin the berach is become a koydem meiser nish shem hameiser olov. If you magdim it b'shibboleth is the shem meiser meiser. Or but the other mices is not nigma. We're talking about he took off mices. So the question is now: is it considered nigma and nikva? Is it a kavias like the Riz Pnei Abayis midrabona? And it's also treated unless you take off the mices sheni and all the other mices with the mices on it, whatever it is, you have to take it off. So the Gemara, if you magdim b'shibolim, it's a chanaf of the Gemara. Nigma malachta shall call out the shama. It's not kaveh for the other mices. You magdim, what's the magdim gewin? But it's not also to eat unless it's in the meruach. If it's not meruach, it's not also. So, what are you asking me a kasha ma'aseh about the nish? If it's meruach, about this also without akdoma from the chacham. And if it was talking wow, and you magdim b'shibolim, it's a raw goods. Raw goods doesn't become nikva for other ma'ases. Elokin on kayomim. What are we talking about that boy? If you can take off ma'aseh if ma'aseh is kaveh not. But tomorrow, we're talking about dates. Who also the dosa? Dates that this person was kaveya. He wants to press the dates. He wants to not use it the way it is. Dates you can eat it the way it is, or you can eat it in a different way. Or you press it out. Or the v'goyga is by raisins, and he wants to press it further. He also the doishnon. Oicheta press it out in the chobes. Now, what did he do? V'hifrish menu truma gedola. So he's learning Pshat the Gemara now that the Truma Gedoyle he took off first. He wasn't magdim the Ma'aser Rishon before the Truma Gedoyle. At the Rogram the Truma Gedoyle. So Ebazoi Tachshen Kavua. Truma is already magdim. That's one of the things of the Chum. So what's now the Shaila? Now the Gemara, because it's talking about that he already took off the Truma. Because if he didn't take the Truma Gedoyle, the Chazikha Mutter. And if he took off the Truma, it's a Chazikha what? It's already Nikva. So what's the Shaila? So the Gemara comes with a twist. What's the twist? He took off the Truma Gedoyle. And now he changed the purpose of what he's doing here. Till now he says, I'm going to use this with pressing it out. I'm not finished. And then he decides he's leaving the Timorim and he's leaving the Ta'ina, the Groiger is the way it is. He's not going to press it out. After he took off the Maisa, after the Truma Gedoyle, he changed his mind. And then he goes, and now he takes over. Now he wants to mafresh the ma'aser rishon. What says over? What's meant over? He's supposed to take it. What's meant over? So the Pnei Moshe Shazai. Kenan kayom v'hodekom mibois lebahai gavnahu. But tomorrow we also the dosan begrogis we also the doshim v'hifish menu Truma Gedoyle. Took off the Truma Gedoyle. And when he took off the Truma Gedoyle, he had in mind to go all the way and press it out. The Amri Chachamim, so the Chachamim said, the Eina Truma Teveles. Truma is not taken into Tevel here, even though normally Truma does. Why? Hoyevu also the dosan the doshnan bechavis like nigma melachtamiki. Because he wants to press them after Hafrash's Truma Gedoyle. That's not called nigma melachta because his mind is now to not stop here. He's going to still processing the Tvua. Why is the truma shehifish ma'idi shetorim mehem ashat tomorrow? How's it going to work? If you're still going to make another ma'isa drisha or addition, so how does the truma help? So look to Pnei Moshe, the Shechem Gemara, that he used this truma on something else. Shein b'dai to the dos and doshin. This one which he wants to meet dois and doshin to press it. He used this for truma on something else which was nigma. Because here is what loy nigma, because he wants to make the disha yet, or the drisa, however you want to call it, and he wants to use that on something which is not going to press it out further. So al agoma al shein agoma. The din is that the truma. The din is that it works. And you have to repeat it. You know it's truma, but that's a sibimach. Kidam perikam the trumas. Zeisim al zeisim. Who also the koisham anovim al anovim. Who also the dorcham. And one was also the koisham, and one was not also the koisham. One he wanted to stop where he is, and one is going further. So it's sort of a minal sheinem minoi. But the Gemara is truma, and if you yachzav yitzim, he has to redo the truma. So the Rabbanon, the hash the ice shape the Messiah kain ba'boy. That's the case. What's the boy? So back to the Gemara. The Gemara says, Nimlach lanichin kamoshehen, v'ova v'hifish mehen rishon. It says, I'm gonna leave it the way it is now. And now he goes and he mafresh the ma'aser. So when is chal now the afrosha the tevel? In toime, if you're going to say the mafreya nitlu, it became tevel as soon as you were mafresh it, and when you were mafresh it at that time, you still had time to make the drisa or the addition. You want to still process it more. The mafreya nitlu truma shu teveles. Then we say the truma becomes tevel because he was made a ma'aser, and ma'aser has a din as every truma. Even though he made the truma before the kviyas, before the nigam malachtai, but satadin, the truma is tevelas, who adin that what ma'aser is tevelas. And if you're going to say that no, it's not chal until now, because now you changed your mind. So now you change your mind is yes chal the din from the kviyas ma'aser. In time mekan labo rishin hu shetoib. It says rishin hu shetoib. Look to Pnei Moshe Hazai. Nimlach le'lichem, v'achad nimlach boi le'nichem la'atamonim ha'gedoshin kumoshehen, v'loi le'dosav lo'dos. He's not going to press it. He changed his mind after he took off the ma'aser. V'nim said, achshav oisa truma rishoina, the truma that you took off before is truma ma'ayisi. U'bedin hu shitei teveles, the ma'aser k'tekamot. So v'kom mokem tzorech yil'azav v'litrim truma shniya. Why did you have to take off another truma? Look to Pnei Moshe, hoyu the b'shashe toirim rishoinim, because when you took up the truma, you had a mind to press it. If you have a mind to press it, it's something different. And now you change your mind, and you have to go give truma again because anai is ach. And now now he goes and he's magdim the ma'aser. You have to redo the truma, and now you have to redo the ma'aser. Now you have to redo truma gedolah. Why? Because you're not pressing it anymore. So it's as if it's a new thing. It's a new chayfetz. Before you had a mind to make a drisha or addition, and you took off the ma'aser and you took off the truma gedolah. Now you change your mind. So you see how wide it goes that it's totally b'das ha'odom. The das ha'odom is if you're making it into nigma or not nigma, it's totally in the person. Now you change your mind. You got to redo the trumas and ma'aser. Huh? Yeah, that's what they said. They said because now it's changed the thing, even though this didn't change. This is where it is. It's after the meruah. Well, you wanted to make it press it. If you want to press it, so something which is you could do it, but if you change your mind now, it's something else. If he doesn't do it, it's not paying him the tumas. What's that boy? In the mafreya nitvulu haperes, does this peres become tevel? Or mekana abo? Does it come now from now and weiter, or it became from before when he did it the first time? In time the mafreya nitvulu haperes to mishir toivla kloimer. Now we know that from the beginning, when he took off the ma'aser from before, the truma is showing truma ma'aser. Why? Because he changed his mind and he doesn't want to press it, so that truma is a good truma. The minagoma ala goma. Goma means it's finished. It was finished because when he took it off, it was still had a mind to take off, to press it. So it wasn't nigma. Now we know that it's nigma. So when do we go? According to what he did before, or to what he did now? In Cain, he should tavelas, because now it's agoma, so we go basa hashta. The Torah medava shenigma malachtoi have a kriyas lemaises lekulam. It's a chamishna. If you took off trumas lemaises from something with nigma malachtoi, umela nifshit also lechel are. Now, if you say you go basa hashta, and basa hashta, now you're not going to go you're not going to press it further. So it's agoma ala goma. It's zichir what we say this nifsha, and it becomes also to achilas are. After dain lo yitor ma trumas shniya, mishum the hashta trumas shayne hu shetavelas. Avin toimad freya and nidva peiris. But if you say that the peiris never became tevel from before, why? Because mikiven the bishah shetoram like nigma malachta haba. When you took off the truma, you had a mind to make the present. You wanted a present. So we don't say that becomes now tevel. And the kanla bo achashif shemaiser ishin is v'lashar maiser. In kain rishin hu shetovel. Kum tchai is that the rishin, the maiser rishin makes the tevel. Why? When you took off the first truma, you took off truma. You didn't take off the ma'aser. Now is when you're taking off the ma'aser. Now, after it's gone so the Gemara comes to the punchline and says, now this is truma tevelas. What does it mean, ma'aser tevelas? Ma'aser, you know what the case is? He had in mind, he took off the truma gedolah. He took off the ma'aser, and he had in mind to press it out. And then we say that's something which is now changed. And now he's changing it, and he's saying he's no longer going to press it. If he's no longer going to press it, come to when he took off the truma, it was a truma al goma, and now it's a goma al goma. Do we say now that's the bet nikva, or we say no? The b'shas ma'aser when you took off the afroshes truma and you made the ma'aser edition, it wasn't goma al goma because it was you wanted to press it. Now you change your mind. Do I say now the ma'aser edition, which you can do now for the second time? Is that kaveh now? The boy is nishad. So the boy say it was very interessant to Rambam. Why I say interessant? Because not everybody here except the Goyim, they all say they know pshat in the Rambam. He says like this: Rambam peikei Allah chiyutes. Atoyim peirosav truma. Somebody takes off truma from his peiros. And after the truma, first is truma gedolah, and then there's a ma'aser edition. Nikvu the ma'aser becomes kaveh for ma'aser, one of the shishat dvorim. And what does that mean? It's also to eat it achilas kavah, alright, because nikvu the ma'aser. Sure, I like this. Shetach in the Mishnah. What does the Rambam mean now? Until now you take off the second truma and you give off the ma'aser. What's made this? What does that mean? What's made this? Once you gave the truma, so it's now nikva the ma'aser. Nikva the ma'aser, you now leave the chilas arer. Because this is a what's mean? Achi yoytza truma shnei v'yaser. You got to redo it. What's I say? You got to redo it. You go to hey, you test the ma'aser. Zok the Kesser Mishnah. Interessant, the Kesser Mishnah. Atoyim peroisa b'chulu, and shoyin aleidik. Don't say one word. Was schreibt it though? So I think Reb Chaim says here in the Kesser Mishnah, the Kesser Mishnah is no pshat. They schreibt it. Bring the Rambam, the Kesser Mishnah, the Heilige Kesser Mishnah, basically also, right? He quotes the Rambam, Atoyim peroisa b'chulu. That's it. Doesn't say pshat. So, like he's pointing out, like that the Purusha. That's a shit in Reb Chaim. The Dvar says like this: Atoyim peroisa kosav l'mayla, atruma kavas l'mayse, bedova shenigum malachtoi. Zvahocha kamashmalon da fila truma sheyesh acher truma kavas l'mayse. Truma sheyesh acher truma is kavas l'mayse. Why is the truma sheyesh acher truma? Because what did he do? Atoyim peroisa truma shetzarach litem acher shniya. We have to do it again. Why do you have to do it again? He doesn't say, but the pshat is because of this Gemara. The Gemara says over here, you had in mind first to press it, and now you change and you took up the trumas when it was in a state of something which you're going to go further and you're going to press it out, and now you change your mind. The truma that you gave was defective. Why is it defective? Because now it's something else. Before you had something here which you're going to still go and press it. Now you change your mind. So it was done. So something minagoma, shein agoma. So maybe take this nish. The baz is sort of menames to that. But Kamash on Filu Truma Shesh Acher Truma is Kavas Lamaisa. This pshat in the Rama is Kaveya. The cook is Pshat as the guess the Mishnah. What? What?
That doesn't go. It's not like Limafreya.
It's not like Limafreya, right? But he's saying it is that it's Truma and it's Kaveya, and it doesn't become Mois because now you change your mind. The Rikuk is learned to the Kes the Mishnah. What I mean learned to the Kes the Mishnah? I told him Perosa Bechulu, and that's it. Look, Shmev what can I bought this? Pella. Do
It's Pashut by them.
Plus, but under what?
Maybe the other way.
That what?
Pshat is the Pashut. I don't need
Yeah,
it that way.
Start Rashi. So that Rashi by Tan by Shmuel the Kedashta is a lechem akev umakev b'chul. The Gemara talks about by Kohen. You have to be magdim the Kohen. Kedashta the Chodov Shekedush. You have to magdim the Kohen. Even by Baruchas also, not only by Matas Kuna, by Baruchas. So the Gemara says we learn off from a positive Kedashta lechem akev umakev. That's the Gemara. And Rashi quotes the Gemara b'chul. And look at the Shkuna. If I remember correctly, looked at the Maram Shiv, was made Rashi, said in the Gemara, what do you say b'chulu? B'chulu is like Rashi is also Shmach Katuas. He learned out from the Reisha, from the Pasuk, Kidashtoi. No, Ki Lechem Alekechu Makriv, you learn out from the Seif. What's the Nafkamina? Nafkamina is going to be, he says, is that the vote is that by Dushas Kohen is Pshat is, there's certain things that you have to give him Rishon, but he has also then, he's not allowed to take a Kohen Gold, not allowed to take an Amona, and a Kohen Head is not allowed to take a Grusha. But let's say he wants to be moichel. He can't be moichel. Say, you know what? I'm moichel to kedusha. I never agrusha. No, it doesn't work. Right? You force him. Maybe in this halacha that he wants to get the relationship with kedusha, the kohen, you know, I'm a moichel. B'chilas kohen, the Rashi doesn't help. They learned to Rav Shub Shat. Lechem become magav. The b'chulu. You then off in the sefer. The punkta zevi the reisha. The aim vot b'chulu. That's how he learns Agan says. So that's I don't know what he means over here b'chulu. Then they say over here, but the Goyen, what's it the Goyen? I told him, I'm Mashikosa Besif Kuf Lamed, Ma'aser Sheni, Peikav, V'tzorachin. I don't have enough time to figure this out here. This is like, okay, but Kika Ayin Aboisai, in a minute, take a look in the back here, the Matter Parliament. Bring the Rambam. It's on page Ches in the back. You have the map on them, all the way in the back of the article. Mavuyihu nakocha chodem mafresh. Huh? You have it? Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey. Chodem mafresh inyan abai bekoma v'hifish man truma gedola, v'ova v'hifish man rishon. Imkain, he took off the truma gedola, and now the question is with the ma'aser rishon. Why? Because he has to take off the Truma Gedola. El da'ocha ma'ay shetorim ha'truma al sha'ar ha'tamorim b'groiga shenigma malachton mishum shadin b'zeh shetzorach la'azav l'litim. What does it mean? The Rambam say la'azav l'litim shniya k'may shebi'ati b'fnim hilkach shayach shape hod koma v'ava v'hifish man harishon di lav the ma'iri b'chai gavna may over the koma. What do you mean over? We said the Rambam over v'hifish. What does it mean? Nochmal, Rambam says, I told him Peroisef Truma, shetzorach litem acher shniya, nikvu l'maisev le'yechem ad sheyotzi hatruma hashniya miyaveh. So he's learning pshat is shach shapa. The Gemara said over v'hifish man rishon. What does the Gemara mean? Di lav the ma'iri b'chai gavna may over the koma. Say that ma'ases kachut lachar shev'frishin Truma gedola ma'frishin ma'aser rishon. What does it mean over? He says, why? Because when he took it off, it was some different kind of periods. Now the periods changed, so that's called V'ova. He has to redo it. If after everything was done, it's the Gemara Malacha, and now you want to know if Ma'aser Rishon is going to be Kaveya, meaning before the Truma. You didn't take off the truma. It's also because you didn't take off the trumas and maises. So what's the shine in the Gemara? If you magdim the rishon in the shabolim before you took off the truma gedola, pshita then a kaveh l'sham maises. So he says, the only way you can understand this aboy of maiser rishon is kaveya. Begabde the massive become shehifish mem truma koidim shenigma melachton, meaning he hadn't das to make yet a press. He wanted to press it.